Still the nights, the dark recalls. I don't chase what just moved on. I stand where it's already gone. Same old street, the hour thin. Night breeze slow, then settles in. I let the glow do what it does. Arrive, remind, and give it up. I stopped asking light to stay. It never learned any word anyway. After light and nothing more, just the night I knew before. Doesn't promise, doesn't lie, shows the ground and says goodbye. If I'm standing where it ends, I don't call that wrong. After light and nothing more, I'll move on. Still holds what the quiet never told. I play my chords a shade too low, so only the dark will know. Maps don't work at this hour now. No, it feels like a softer sound. Home's not calling, that's alright. I wasn't asking tonight. I learned the dark don't need repair. It keeps me fine the way it's there. After light, then nothing more. Burns a while, then leaves the floor. Some men chase that borrowed flame. I let it fade without a name. If the glow won't choose my side, I don't call that loss. After light, then nothing more. That's the cause. It isn't a promise, it's a visit. I don't build my nights on visit anymore. After light, then nothing more. Still the night knows where I stand. If I'm walking without a sign, that's something I understand. Let it rise somewhere else tonight. Let it shine and move on. After light, then nothing more. still on. Passes over borrowed roofs, silver fades like half a truth. I don't stop, I don't wave it down. It was never meant to stay in town. Same old street, same quiet bend. Night keeps moving like an old friend. I let the light do what it does. Come in soft, then give it up. I stopped asking it to guide me home. Some lights are better left alone. Moon passes, then it's gone. Leaves the dark the way it was. Doesn't promise, doesn't wait, just shows the road, then breaks away. If I'm standing where it fades, I don't take that wrong. Moon passes, then it's gone, and I move on. Still breathe. Every song remembers me. I play them slow, I play them thin, just enough to let the night back in. Maps don't work this time of day. No, it feels like a word that strays. Home's not calling, that's okay. I wasn't heading there anyway. I learned the dark don't need repair. It holds me fine the way it's there. Moon passes, then it's gone. Burns a while, then moves along. Some men chase that borrowed glow. I let it lead If the light don't stay to chew, I don't call that a loss. Moon passes, then it's gone. That's the call. Moonlight isn't mercy. It's a moment. I don't build my nights on moments anymore. Moon passes, then it's gone. Still the night knows where I stand. If I'm walking without a sign, that's something I understand. Let it rise somewhere else tonight. Let it shine and move on. Moon passes, then it's gone, and I'm still on. Night holds where the moon lets go. Quiet things it doesn't show. I don't ask you to explain. It keeps my steps, it keeps my name. Same old road, the hour low. Windows glow, then let me go. I let the dark do what it does. Stay wild and stay enough. I stopped asking light to lead. Night knows better what I need. Night holds and moves on slow. Doesn't promise, doesn't hold. Shows the ground beneath my feet. Nothing more I need to see. If I'm standing where it stays, I don't call that wrong. Night holds and lets me go. And I move on. the room still breathes. Every song remembers me. I play them soft, I play them thin, just enough to let the night back in. Maps don't help at this degree. Noir feels like a memory. Home's not calling, that's alright. I wasn't asking tonight. I learned the dark won't bargain fair. It gives me rest by being there. Night holds, then loosens grip, burns down to a quiet tip. Some men chase a borrowed glow. I let it fade, I let it go. If the light won't choose my side, I don't call that loss. Night holds and lets me go. That's the cause. Dark isn't empty, it's patient. I don't need answers anymore. I need ground. Night old still knows my pace, knows the lines upon my face. If I'm walking without a sign, that's something I understand. Let the moon pass somewhere else, let it shine and move on. Night holds and lets me go, and I'm still alone. Voices fade and lose their time. I turn the dial, it doesn't land, just static hole in my left hand. Streets asleep, the town goes thin. Neon blinks like it might give in. I don't wait for songs to save me, I let the silence play me out. Moon slips past the window frame. Static keeps calling my name. Radio static after midnight. That's where the truth stays low. No clear signal, no direction, just the sound I've come to know. If I'm listening for something real, it's not a voice that calls me back. Radio static after midnight feels honest like that. Coffee's cold, the hour's slow. Every thought moves on its own. I hear old songs and broken bits. None of them quite finish it. Maps don't work at this frequency. They lose the road, they lose the key. Home ain't playing on this band. It's just a place where I still stand. I stopped chasing perfect sound. Silence knows me better now. Radio static after midnight. Heavy, calm and clear. Some men need words to feel alive. I just need to hear. If the moon don't tune me in tonight, I won't take that as a sign. Radio static after midnight sounds like mine. Static doesn't promise anything. It doesn't lie. It just stays when everything else tries to sound important. I don't need to write song anymore. I need what's left after the song. Radio static after midnight. I let it fill the room. If clarity comes dressed as noise, I'll learn to read it soon. Let the signal break and fade away. Let the quiet stack. Radio static after midnight. I'm still hearing that. I used to answer questions I never asked myself. Used to carry reasons like papers on a shelf. Now I walk past the whys, past the need to be understood. Some men live to be believed, I live to be good. I learned the cost of talking when silence said enough. When you stop defending who you are, the ground gets firm, not rough. I don't explain myself anymore. I let the room decide. No footnotes, no apologies. I don't rehearse my history, I don't adjust my tone. If you need me to be louder, you never knew me at all. I've watched respect get cheaper the more a man explains. Truth don't need a witness when it's built from pain. Stop translating silence for people passing through. If you don't hear what I'm not saying, that's not on you. Some men argue with a mirror, try to change the view. I made peace with what remains when there's nothing left to prove. I don't explain myself anymore. No margins, no defense. I stand where meaning doesn't bend. Chase forgiveness, I don't bargain with regret. Some men drown inside their reasons, I learn how to let them rest. Silence isn't distance, it's ownership. It's knowing who you are without a single tip. I don't need agreement, I don't need to win. I stopped open doors I was never meant to live in. I don't explain myself anymore. Nothing's missing now if strength is staying who you are. I don't raise my voice to matter, I don't beg the floor. I let the night close the conversation. I don't explain myself anymore. don't correct the room anymore. If they misunderstand, I let it sit. Some truths don't need a follow-up. They land or they miss. I stopped adjusting my story to fit another man's ear. If you need me to explain it, you weren't listening from here. I learned when to stop talking and start letting things show. When you stand where you stand for long enough, the noise learns where to go. I let silence handle it. I don't step in to defend. No clarifications, no cleanups, just how it ends. I don't chase agreement. I don't fill the gaps. If you need more than my presence, that's not my task. I've watched respect evaporate the moment words run long. Confidence isn't loud, it's steady when the room goes wrong. I don't rehearse intentions, I don't soften the edge. What I mean sits where it stands. I don't manage the ledge. Some men drown in footnotes, explaining every scar. I carry mine without comment. That's how you know who you are. I let silence handle it, heavy, calm and clean. No apologies requested, no scenes. I don't negotiate my truth. I don't dress it up if it needs to be louder than this. It isn't strong enough. Oh. Silence isn't passive, it's selective. It chooses what deserves a response and what gets left. I don't need to be understood, I need to be exact. The moment I stopped explaining myself, I got myself back. I let silence handle it, and I walk away intact. If clarity means fewer words, then that's a fact. I don't raise my voice to matter, I don't chase respect. I let the quiet do the talking, and I live with that. and streets empty, that's when it tells the truth. No witnesses, no reason left to prove. I stopped explaining myself to people passing through. Some men talk to feel alive, I listen till the night talks too. And don't interrupt the dark, let it finish first. Every answer I ever needed came wrapped in something worse. I let the night finish the sentence. I don't rush the end. Silence says what words can't hold when the lights pretend. I don't ask for absolution, I don't plead my case. I stand still and let the shadows put me in my place. Ashtray full, glass half gone. Same chair, different dawn. Regret don't haunt me anymore. It knows I won't respond. Buried names beneath my coat and walk past what they've done. Pain learned my posture, knows I won't flinch. When you stop running from the truth, it stops chasing you back. I let the night finish the sentence, heavy, slow and clean. No confession, no redemption, just the space between. I don't beg the dark for mercy, I don't make a scene. Some men drown in what they're hiding, I live in what I mean. Silence isn't empty, it remembers who you are. It watched me lose what mattered and keep the part that's hard. I don't need closure, I don't need a sign. I found my balance when I stopped crossing the line. I let the night finish the sentence, then I walk away. If truth is built from what you carry, I carry mine this way. I don't run, I don't react, I don't explain my stance. I let the world talk over itself and leave with silence intact. I stopped clearing my name in rooms that never held it right. Some people listen to respond, not to understand the night. I don't chase the rumors down alleys I've already outgrown. If you believe the noise over me, that's something you own. I learned the way to stillness when explanations fell apart. When you stop arguing your truth, it hardens into fact. I stopped clearing my name, I let the silence stand. No defense, no correction, just where I am. I don't rewrite the story to fit another frame. Some men fight for their image. I stopped clearing my name. I've watched respect decay. The longer a man talks, confidence walks slow, but it leaves deeper marks. I don't interrupt assumptions, I let them finish their run. Truth don't need a witness when it's already done. Pain used to ask questions, now it knows the score. It learned I won't explain myself like I did before. I stopped clearing my name, calm and cold. No footnotes, no footwork, just what I hold. I don't chase forgiveness, I don't plead my case. If you need more than my presence, you're in the wrong place. Isn't surrender, it's a boundary. It's knowing what deserves your breath and what gets none from me. I don't need to be liked, I don't need to be seen. I need to stand where I stand, explaining what I mean. I stopped clearing my name, and the world got quiet fast. The strength is choosing where you stand. Then I pass. I don't raise my voice to matter, chase acclaim. I let the night close the argument. I stopped clearing my name. stop clearing my name. I stop clearing my name. Two a.m. That's when the city exhales. No crowds left to impress, no stories left for sale. I don't rehearse my past anymore. It knows where I live. Some men stay busy explaining. I stay still and let it drift. I've walked a long way around myself, learn what matters when it's quiet. When you stop needing to be heard, you finally hear it. Nothing left to prove at 2 a.m. No debts, no disguise. The mirror don't ask me questions now. It just meets my eyes. I don't need forgiveness tonight. I don't need applause. I made my peace with who I am when the noise was gone. Streetlight flickers, coffee's cold. Same coat, same road. Regret tried calling earlier, I let it ring alone. I've outgrown the need to win arguments nobody knows. Pain still knows my first name, but it don't get a seat. I learned how to let it pass me by without missing a beat. Nothing left to prove at 2 a.m. Just breathe in time. Some men chase the echo of you. I walk the line. I don't raise my voice for comfort. I don't bow to doubt. I stand calm in my own skin when the lights burn out. Silence didn't save me, but it taught me how to stand. It showed me what survives when everything else demands. I don't need a future promised. I don't rewrite the past. I live right here true. If strength is staying where you are, I stay put. I don't rush the morning coming, I don't fear the dark. I let the night close the chapter and leave its mark. Streetlights hum like tired prayers. Midnight breathes my name. Same old road, same heavy coat. Nothing left to claim. I learned the weight of empty rooms, the sound of shadow makes. When you stop asking heaven and let the silence take. I don't need the truth explained. I don't chase what's gone. Some men break beneath the dark, some learn to walk it on. Silence wears my name tonight, like a coat I've earned. Every scar that marked my skin was a lesson learned. I don't shout into the void, I don't kneel, I don't confess. I stand still while the world burns out with silence on my chest. Old regrets don't knock no more, they sit and pour a drink. Every face I used to trust still lies between a blink. Ash falls slow like wasted time, cigarette half done. I stopped asking how it ends, I just stay standing when it comes. Pain don't scare me like before, I know his favorite lie. It promises an easy way but never tells you why. Silence wears my name tonight, heavy, calm and true. Every step I take alone is something I outgrew. I don't chase forgiveness, I don't bargain with regret. Some men drown inside their past, I learned how to live with it. Pain taught me patience, fire taught me control. Love was found my balance when the noise ceased. Silence wears my name tonight, and I wear it well. If this road is built on scars, then I know it failed. I don't run, I don't react, I don't break when pressed. I let the world speak for itself. And keep the silence dressed. Neon flickers like a dying thought. Rain keeps time on glass. Every step I ever took alone still follows in my past. I don't curse the nights I lost. They taught me how to stay when the world kept moving loud and fast. I learned the slower way. I don't ask what could have been. I don't count the cost. Some men pray to disappear. I learned to live with loss. The quiet never left my side. It learned my face by heart. Every scar I carry now is where the silence starts. I don't shout to feel alive. I don't need to be seen. I stand where lesser men fall back, with the quiet in between. Old streets talking lowered tones, like they know my name. Every door I close myself still burns without a flame. I've watched faith fold in empty hands, heard hope lie through its teeth. I stopped looking for a sign and let the night speak. Pain don't knock, it just walks in, like it owns a place. But I learned how not to flinch when it looks me in the face. The quiet never left my side, every calm and cold. Every mile I walked alone taught me self-control. I don't chase forgiveness now, I don't beg release. Some men drown inside the sound. I learned to breathe in peace. Silence isn't empty, it remembers everything. It knows who stayed standing when the world let go of me. I don't need redemption, I don't need a sign. I made my peace with the dark when it stopped asking why. The quiet never left my side, and I never asked it to. If strength is built from standing still, then I was built true. I don't run, I don't react, I don't bend or plead. I let the night finish the sentence and let silence speak. Still smells like yesterday, smoking cheap regret. Same old chair, same cracked glass, same unpaid debts. Your name lives in the corners where the light don't go. Every night I sit with ghosts that only I still know. ask the past to stay. I just pour another memory and let the silence say, the room never forgets my face, every scar, every sin. Whiskey talks when words won't come unless the nights sink in. I don't shout, I don't explain, I don't beg the dark to bend. I carry hell like a second skin, drink it till the end. Bar lights flicker like old wounds that never heal right. Your shadow dances on the wall every goddamn night. Ash falls slow like time itself, nothing left to prove. I learned to stand inside the fire with my whiskey and my blues. Pain don't knock, it kicks the door. Love don't want it leave. I stopped praying for mercy. Now I just breathe. The room never forgets my face or the man I had to be. Every glass holds a chapter. I don't read, I bleed. I don't curse, I don't cry, I don't run when truth appears. I sit alone with what I've done and let it age in years. Pain taught me patience, fire taught me control. Love was the lesson that cost me my soul. I don't chase closure, I don't need release. Some wounds ain't meant to heal, they just teach. The room never forgets my face, but I'm still standing here. If silence is the price of peace, I'll gladly pay it dear. One last drink, one last breath, no apologies left to send. Just a man who scars his night and the strength to not pretend. on the wall, dust on old regrets. Glass is heavy in my hand, heart still paying debts. Smoke hang low like memories that never learned to fade. Every sip reminds me why I chose the dark this way. I don't curse her name out loud, I don't beg the night to stay. I just sit here with my scars and let the silence say, whiskey holds the night for me, keeps my hands from shaking loose. Every burn reminds my soul what a man can still get through. I don't cry, I don't confess, I don't run from what I've done. I carry hell inside my chest and walk alone till morning comes. Her shadow dances in the room between the smoke and wood. Perfume, ghosts and broken vows still taste misunderstood. Bar stools know my secrets well, they never ask my name. Every scar across my skin still burns the same. Pain taught me how to stand, fire showed me what I am. Every loss I didn't speak turned iron in my hands. Whiskey holds a knife for me, keeps my demons in their place. Every drink's a silent vow. I won't beg, I won't break, I don't scream into the dark, I don't pray for second chances. I light another cigarette and let the past keep dancing. Pain's a lesson, fire's a law, love was a bullet I didn't dodge. I buried hope in empty glasses, buried her beneath the truth. Still I breathe through all this damage with my whiskey and my blues. Whiskey holds the night again like an old familiar friend. If this road's the one I walk, I'll walk it till the end. No apologies, no calls, no last words, no excuse. Just one more drag, one more song, and a man who won't refuse. Last glass down, asphalt slow, still standing, that's all they know. night knows my name. Long before the world did, it carved it in the shadows where real men live. I walk the streets where the lost men hide, where every secret calls you from inside. I face the fire no one else will claim, and that's the price of carrying my name. They whisper stories when they hear my step, but they don't know the wars I kept. The night knows my name. It calls me like an old refrain. No crown, no light, no holy flame, just scars that built the man I became. In the dark I rise, untouched by shame, 'cause the night knows my name. I've seen betrayal wearing gentle eyes, felt loyalty break with a quiet lie. But I'll stand unbroken where the shadows reign, a gentleman molded out of pain. The cost is heavy, but I never fall. The darkness raised me through it all. The night knows my name. It calls me like an old refrain. No crown, no light, no holy flame, just scars that built the man I became. In the dark I rise, untouched by shame, 'cause the night knows my name. When the world forgets the man I've been, the night remembers where I've sinned. A silent witness to my every claim, a quiet judge that knows my flame. The night knows my name. It echoes through the past I made. I paid the price, I played the game, and walked through fire without a stain. Through shadows deep, through loss and pain. The night forever knows my name. Yeah. slow from the edge of the night. Street lamps burn like fading light. I walk alone where memories hide, where the city speaks on the darker side. The pavement holds the marks I made, footsteps carved from the deals I paid. No witness needed, no words to claim. The street already knows my name. The street knows my name. In silence, where shadows judge without violence, I move slow where the truth runs deep. The street knows my name. And it never sleeps. Faces blur like raindrops fall. Some I bury, some I recall. The night has ways of telling lies, but the storm reveals what darkness hides. I've kept my hands where honor stayed, even when fate demanded its way. Some men shout just to be seen, but silence crowns the ones who mean. The street knows my name. In silence, no sound, no thread, no broken guidance. I breathe the night where secrets keep. The street knows my name. And it never sleeps. The truth is quiet when it cuts you thin. A whisper deep beneath the skin. You learn to stand when the world breaks twice. You earn your peace at a brutal price. The street knows my name. In silence, a calm built out a midnight defiance. I walk the storm the way shadows creep. The street knows my name. And it never sleeps. Rain pours soft on the city frame. Echoes rise when they hear my name. And through the dark, through cold and flame, I walk on, unmoved, untamed. I built my throne in the dark, long before the light knew my face. Power grows in silence, brother, not in a crowded place. I walked through nights that carved my spine, where every choice rewrote the line. I held my ground when the world turned stark. That's how a king is born in the dark. They saw the man I am today, but not the storms I had to slay. Thrones built in the dark are stronger than the world's remarks. No crown of gold, no royal spark, just a flame that rises from the heart. In the shadows, in the unseen part, I sit on thrones built in the dark. I felt the knives of a trusted friend, watched perfect stories twist and bend, but still I rose with a gentleman's mark. Calm on the surface, fire in the dark. The cost was deep, the climb was hard, but I survived each broken shot. Thrones built in the dark are stronger than the world's remarks. No crown of gold, no royal spark, just a flame that rises from the heart. In the shadows, in the unseen part, I sit on thrones built in the dark. Yeah, if silence speaks of who I've been, let it reveal the wars within. A king is made by what he'll guard, not by praise, but by the scars. Thrones built in the dark still hold me when the daylight's harsh. I paid the price, I bore the mark, a ruler shaped by night so stark. Through every loss, through every spark, I reign forever. On thrones built in the dark. Rain taps the glass like a memory returning. The city hums low with a quiet yearning. I light a smoke and let the moment bend, where silence teaches what words can't defend. Street corners whisper where my shadows walk, deals made in quiet, truths never taught. Every scar I carry feels carved in stone, signed by a night I survived alone. Under the streetlight I stand unbroken, hands kept clean, sidewalk holds the weight I've known. Footsteps echo through flesh and bone. Faces fade like smoke and rain. Names get lost, but the lessons remain. I've learned the calm before the fight, the truth that cuts without a bite. Some men shout just to feel alive, but I stay quiet and still survive. Under the streetlight, I stand unbroken. No vows to swear, no lies unspoken. You feel a storm before it's woken. But under the streetlight, I stand unbroken. There's a grace inside what breaks you slow, a peace in things you never show. Lost becomes a second skin, a darker place you learn to live in. And when the night breathes in my name, I rise again, untouched by shame. Under the streetlight, I stand unbroken. Silent strain, the world's forgotten. A man rebuilds from things unchosen. Yet under the streetlight, I stand unbroken. Slides down the window's frame. Streetlights flicker, whisper blame. But I walk forward through the cold, unbroken still, and growing bold. I was born in a place where kings don't kneel, where power ain't spoken, it's something you feel. I walked through storms that caused my sin, where every loss became a win. I held my ground when the night turned real. That's how a man learns what he can't reveal. They tried to break me, tried to steal, but I'm forged of truth no blade can pierce. Where kings don't kneel, I learned to rise above the steel. No crown of gold, no holy seal, just a heart that knows what fake and steal. In the fire, in the coldest steel, I stand where kings don't kneel. I've seen the dark in a brother's smile, felt quiet wounds that take a while, but still I walked with a gentleman's will, strong enough to burn, soft enough to heal. The price was heavy, every step surreal, but I survived on iron and zeal, where kings don't kneel. I learned to rise above the steel. No crown of gold, no holy seal, just a heart that knows what fate can steal. In the fire, in the coldest deal, I stand where kings don't kneel. If the world forgets the path I made, let the shadows speak what never fades. A man ain't measured by the cars he sealed, but by the storms he faced and never healed. Where kings don't kneel, I carve my name through night and steel. I paid the price they never feel, and rose from truths the dark reveal. Through blood, through loss, through every wheel, I stand forever where kings don't. Kings don't. Rain falls soft on the old brick lane, a quiet rhythm carved from pain. I light a smoke and watch it fade, like every promise the night once made. The street leans in when I walk by. It knows my truth, it knows my lie. No need for words, no need for a thread. My silence speaks what they won't forget. Where my silence carries weight, where the shadows hesitate. I don't talk, I don't debate, but the ground still shifts beneath my gaze. Footsteps echo through the cold, stories whispered, never told. Some men shout to feel alive. I breathe once and watch them die. I walk through storms without a sound, felt the tremor in the ground. Respect is born from what you keep, not the secrets others speak. Where my silence carries weight, where the calm intimidate. I let the quiet seal my fate, for silence rules. What noise can break? There's a power in the breath you save, a throne inside the steps you pave. Men of carries weight. Past the night beyond the gate. Strength is earned, not up for trade. In silence hold the crown I've made. Rain keeps tapping out, it's cold. The street remembers every load. And through the dark, through fear and hate, I walk where my silence carries weight.